Hi, everybody. It is me, Denise. I thought I would do a quick review of our Hawaii trip we took a couple weeks ago. So today is November 25th. This was on November 10th, and we came back early morning on November 15th. We were there about 4 full days, which was fine. It actually was perfect. Um, if we only did one island, we did Oahu again. We did it last year. We only did basically 3 full days. I say 3 full days because our last day, when our travel day, is not till later in the day. Like we don't leave the airport till about 7:30 p.m. Hawaii time. So we just go ahead and check out of the hotel, and then we just do our, other stuff that we need to do. Um, so just wanted to do a quick review. I'm gonna talk about our flights first. So we booked on with American Airlines, and I do like how they do the longer flights. They have the 2 seats, and that works out perfect for me and him. Just the fact that I do go to the bathroom a lot. I have a very small bladder, so I have to go to the bathroom a lot. So I glad they do that because we're not disturbing anybody. On the way there, it was fine. We did the 2 seats and everything. And they had in-flight movies, so it was perfect. It was 8 hour. It is an 8 hour flight from DFW to Honolulu. On the way back, still 8 hour flight, we had a couple of hiccups. One hiccup was there was no in-flight entertainment. So I was smart. I downloaded some stuff on my tablet. So my husband did not. So he was bored for 8 hours. I did go to sleep for about an hour, but I just could not sleep. Now, on the way back, just talked about that, we noticed our seats were changed. It was like one seat on one thing and one seat on the other part of the app, and we were so confused. So we went to the ticket agent. We got there a little bit early because we were not in that big of a hurry. So we got there kind of early. And we talked to the ticket agent, and she said, "Yeah, your flight's changed, the aircraft changed, no problem. We're still sitting near each other, next to each other." So, okay. She did not inform us that we were in a different configuration on this plane. We booked the 2 seats on purpose because of we wanted to just be us two. Um, when we got on the plane, we noticed that one of our seats wasn't, it's three, four, and three. So we noticed that the 3 seats, one of us was sitting there, and then the other person was sitting across the way on the other aisle in the 4 seats, which was fine. Now, there was a seat next to me that was empty. He thought about moving over, but there was a mom that had 2 little kids. One was a lap child, and one was a 4-year-old. And being us nice, we've been there, done that, because we've traveled with our son when he was a lap child. You know, I let her have that extra seat. I was being nice. I was being very, very nice about this, and her daughter was very sweet. She was sitting next to me, and she was sleeping, and she kept putting her foot on my table, and I'd kind of move her feet, but very sweet family and everything, but very sweet girl. So that was the only thing that was kind of a hiccup, but the flight entertainment kind of irritated us because we had really nothing to do. Now, I watched Wicked twice because that's all I had on my tablet because well, I had other stuff on my tablet, but I got bored with after 30 minutes because it was a couple of shows that my son recommended. So I put them on there. I'm not doing that damage to put the ones I know I'm gonna watch. Um, so that was our flight experience. Um, we did rent a car. I'm gonna talk about my car rental, and then I'll talk about the whole trip itself. The car rental, we went over budget this time. Last time we did Enterprise. We went budget because the car rental was a little bit cheaper. It was like $60 less per day than Enterprise. We do go through Costco Travel. If you have Costco membership, you can do that. I do recommend doing that because if you do book it through them directly, especially with budget, you have to pay in advance if you want the cheaper rate. And then if you cancel, they will charge you a penalty. So just let you guys know that. But I did it across your travel, so I was watching this, and Enterprise was still a little bit higher than budget. So we stayed with budget, and picking up the car was no problem. The only issues we had was there was a window on my side. We got a Mustang convertible. We got that last year. Now, next time we go, we're probably not gonna get that because we have not put the top down because it's been rained twice. So we're not gonna do that probably next time. But the window right behind me, every time he hit the down thing, forced to do the convertible thing accidentally, he hit it a couple times, it would get stuck. So it would be open while we're driving. So he fixed it so it wouldn't matter. Another thing, they did not fill up the car. And then I tried to call them because I go, I'm almost 95% sure that whatever the car is filled, like 205 miles to empty, which it was like a half a tank, that's what you fill it up. He was not sure about that because the contract said it has to be a full tank of gas. I tried to call, he tried to call, it would never go to the direct place. It only went to 800 number. So I told him, I said, let's just have the car running the rest of the week. When we go fill it up, because we're going to fill it up when we're in our last day, because I knew that was going to happen. We'll just fill it up because we don't know how much driving we're going to do. We didn't bring it back a full tank of gas. It was like we only used 3/4 of it after we filled it up the first time. So it was actually more than what it was. Returned it, told the supervisor all this stuff. She was very unempathy, I guess is the word I want to say. She realized that she didn't care. She said she gave us an $18 credit for the gas, and then we had to go back down and tell them about the other problems. So we still had time. We had plenty of time. We got there like 5 o'clock. Our flight wasn't until like 7:30, 7:45. So, but because of the government shutdown and everything else during that time, we just didn't want to make sure we were there, even though we were pre-check. So we went down to budget and talked to them, and they said they did give us a $50 credit, which I do see that on our credit card statement, but the person budget is not just $18. Chad has to call them because it's in his name, because I put it in his name because he was the main driver. I don't drive with him anymore. He gets nervous when I drive, so I just kind of let him drive when we're together. When I'm by myself, I drive, but I have to. So that's the whole thing with budget. So from now on, we have said that we're going to check the car before we take off. And we're probably not going to rent for budget in Honolulu again. Probably it would, if we might do Alamo. Alamo was only a couple dollars more. We might do Alamo, or we might go back to Enterprise and just pay the extra money. I told him, I said, I'm fine with that. So other than that, the car was fine. I mean, it's a Mustang. My husband has a Mustang, so it's fine. Okay, so let me talk about our trip. So we checked in. We arrived on Monday and we left Friday night. So when I was talking about days, this is how I'm doing. So Monday we arrived at the hotel. Let me get my other sheet. We arrived at the hotel around 5 o'clock, and we checked in. We were at the Outrigger Beachcomber, which is actually not on the beach this time. We decided to stay off the beach, which is about a block. I mean, literally, it's right across the street. So we saved a little money for that instead of I think we saved like $150 a night just doing that. Because last year we stayed at the Hilton Hawaiian Village because that's where we wanted to stay at, and I just don't think it was worth the money. How that one was. Um, and I do like Hilton Hawaiian Village because it has a lot of restaurants in the hotel itself, but it's very hard to walk and go other places too. So, anyways, they very nice hotel. It's valet parking, so it's not self parking like we did last year. So valet didn't take that long. To be honest, it took maybe a minute after we got there and got the car. So don't think about valet. I know we've done valet before. We had to call them 15, 20 minutes before we leave to tell them we need the car rental or the car that we put. And this one, no, you just go up there and they're like give it to you in like 2 or 3 minutes. So don't think about that. We did have one hiccup though. One day, we were in the car and it was against the wall right at the entrance. And we couldn't get Chad was very hard to get out because the Mustang is a two-door Mustang and it's very big door. So he had a hard time getting in the car, and then we had to back it up, and then we had to turn around, and it was just a pain in the butt. So we asked him not to do that again. Say, if it's possible, do not put it against the wall again. And I think the ones closest to the exit, they make you go get your car. So it was only one day it happened, so I'm not worried about that too much. But the Outrigger Beachcomber is a very nice hotel. I told Chad I don't mind staying there again if unless we find a better rate somewhere else or, a better hotel. Um, they do have a couple restaurants in there. They have one that's kind of like a grab and go. They're only open to like 7 or 8, but it's called Hawaiian Aroma Cafe, I think it was called. And they have breakfast in the morning. They've got cocktails from like 12 to 6. Um, really happy hour, which I got a couple of cocktails. They have cheap beers. You get pizza and beer for like $10 and other stuff. They do have pizzas. Didn't do the pizza or anything because I had pizza a couple times other times. So that was that Monday. And then that evening, we didn't eat that at there. We ate at their Mary Brewing Company. Um, and it was okay. I had just a chicken Caesar salad because I haven't had salad in a while. And I try to eat one at least once a week. I can't do that now because our place closed. But anyway, so I had just chicken Caesar salad. So my day I'm gonna have it. And so he had a pizza and it was okay. It was a bar restaurant, um, which is fine. We had like a 25-minute wait, so we just kind of waited around and everything. And then, yeah, the food was okay. The rest waitress was really good, so it was, we it was pretty good food. I mean, it was okay for being like a bar restaurant. They had live music, so it was fine. Um, so that was on Monday night. Tuesday, we got up and we decided that be the day we go to North Shore because we already have plans for Wednesday. So Tuesday, we got up and went to North Shore. North Shore is about an hour from Waikiki where we stayed at. And this place is like it's Chet's happy place. He loves North Shore. I like North Shore too. But yeah, so he kind of really likes that place. So we just kind of walked around, we shopped. We did eat at one of the food trucks. We ate nachos that day. Very good. The food trucks, there's a lot on North Shore. Um, and I'll talk about the other one later. But this one is near Giovanni's. They have some garlic shrimp. I don't like shrimp, so we didn't eat there. But they had a what's it called? Mexican food truck, and they had quesadillas, they had nachos, they had tacos. We both got nachos because that's what I wanted. Um, I'm not big on tacos really. I mean, I have two choices, and it's 95% of the time I get nachos or get enchiladas. They don't have enchiladas, so I got nachos. Where this one is at, and we did not know this because none of the other videos told us unless they just started doing this, they do charge for parking. And we didn't want to park, and then we did not find anything for us to eat. So they told us to park next door, which was fine. There is a McDonald's across the street too that we could have parked at. No big deal. So it's just the fact that we just did not know. So just let you guys know that right there at the Giovanni's one, in North Shore, that you had to, I think it's like $3 or $4, and it's cash. So we didn't have no cash on us, so yeah, we just parked next door. It's fine. And then we just walked around. We went to the beach. We went to the beach for a little bit, and then we walked around a bunch. And then we just came back to the hotel and kind of relaxed. We took shower. Well, we did the hot tub a little bit. We did the pool, and then we went and took showers. And then that evening, that was Monday. So we went to was that Jersey Mike's? Yes, that was Jersey Mike's. That was a funny story because we were trying to find Chili's. They had a Chili's. Now, not, you guys are probably saying you're going out to Hawaii and you're going to have Chili's. I'm a very picky eater, so I'm fine with that. So we were going to do Chili's, and we finally found it. It was in the mall, but outside the mall, and it was an hour and a half wait. So then I said, let's go to Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is right by the mall. We went there and we got food. In and out, 5 minutes. And I was fine with that. We took it back to the hotel. We ate there. I was fine with that. So that's what we did Tuesday. And we did Jersey Mike's, which was fine with me. So really good. It's Jersey Mike's. If you know Jersey Mike's, it's very good food. I like Jersey. We eat Jersey Mike's. At least I do once a week. So if not more. So, but that place, I mean, we just Chili's. We went to Chili's, but it was an hour and a half wait. And I wasn't waiting an hour and a half. So, and it was raining. So, and I was cold. So I was like, I'm not waiting outside either. So that was Tuesday. Then we came back. We did go to bed a little bit earlier than we would do over here. Just the fact it's a 4 hour difference from us. So like 9 o'clock their time, it's like 1 o'clock our time. So we went to bed between 9 and 10 o'clock their time usually. But we'd be up early. Like we've got, I mean, I think the last day was the only day I slept till like almost 7 their time because I was tired, you know. But so that was Tuesday. So Wednesday we got up and we went to my happy place. We went to Cooler Ranch. Cooler Ranch is where a lot of movies and film have been filmed there. And they got so many tours. They got zip line. They have horseback riding. They have ATV movie tours. They have the movie tour that we did. And they have the Jurassic World tour that we did last year. Both of them. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, have never seen, I've only seen the very first Jurassic Park back in 93, 31 years ago, and I have not seen any other Jurassic Park. But I enjoyed the Jurassic Park tour. They take you around, they would get out, take some pictures and everything. The movie tour, the same thing. I do have a video on the Cruella Ranch tour. Please check it out. It's not a long video. The tour is about 90 minutes, but I only took some clips that everybody would be interested in. We got out twice, but we were able to see the place and everything. Kane Brown is your country artist. He did a music video out there. 51st Dates was I love that movie. And if they were filmed out there, of course, Jurassic Park was filmed out there. Skull Island, was that the name of it? We went there, and then a bunch of other, of course, Jurassic Park. Lilo and Stitch, the live action was filmed there. Um, Lost was filmed out there. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of, I mean, you never realize how many movies were filmed out there until you go through this tour. I do highly recommend to do at least one of these. Um, Next time we go, me and Chad have already talked about that if we go next time here in a few years, if not next year, we're gonna do the ATV tour. He's gonna drive. I'm gonna sit there and film. But I want to do it. I mean, it's kind of more adventurous. We've done the Jurassic Park, we've done the movie tour. I want to do this. He does not want to do the horseback riding. I've been trying to get him to do the horseback riding tour. He does not want to do it, because I love horses. So we did that. And then after that, we went to the Ala Moana Mall, walk around, and then we ate lunch at the food court. I just had pizza. Chad had Jack in the Box. Nothing spectacular. And then we walked around the mall. Now I was hurting. I do have plantar fasciitis in my now, eventually, apparently in my left foot now, because my right foot does not hurt anymore. So I was kind of hurting like after a few hours of there, and I thought we need to go, just but then I finally found a seat. I'm one of those people that it doesn't hurt as bad if I can sit for 5 or 10 minutes. If I can sit for 5 or 10 minutes, then I can walk for about another hour. And that's what I needed. But I did buy the Dr. Scholl's roll-on. That actually helped a lot. So I do recommend that if you have it. Yes, I cannot wear tennis shoes because I have a toe issue that gets blisters. I still got blister, but it wasn't as bad as it has been in the past. So I always get blisters on my pinky toe. It doesn't matter what shoes I wear. So I wear sandals. So, but it was Hawaii. So, but yeah, we went back there and then we went back to our hotel. We did the pool again. We did more of the hot tub and pool this time than we did last time. And we went to the hot tub, we did the pool, and then I got me an alcoholic beverage once, and then we went back to the room, took showers, and then we did dinner. And dinner, we went to Skybox at International Marketplace. There's the International Marketplace, which is a lot of shopping there, a lot of food choices. And we went to this place. It's a bar. I enjoyed it. I had chicken strips, so it wasn't that big deal. Chad had pizza again, because he was gonna have a burger probably the next day. And I really enjoyed my chicken strips. Now, I'm not crazy about the fries. I wish they had an appetizer. I probably would have gotten that because I'm not a fry person. I don't like potatoes really, so that's the reason why did not get I didn't really eat my fries. Now he had a pepperoni pizza, and he said it was really good. So going by that. And so we went there for dinner, and of course, we walked around a little bit, and then you know, we did, went to bed. And then Thursday was our last actual full day before our flight left the next day on Friday. So we went Thursday, we did Pearl Harbor. Now we did the Aviation Museum last year in the Arizona. So we did not do that again. We just did the Missouri. That was pretty cool. Now, if you buy the ticket, you can either tour it yourself by yourself, or you can have a tour guide for 35 minutes. And that's what we did. We just kind of hang out and wait for the tour guide to come. We had about 5 or 6 people in our group, maybe 8 or probably 8 people in our group, and it was nice. And then we walked around a little bit. Now they do have a place where you can go. I didn't really show that on a video, but there's a place where you can go down the ladder. I am very scared about climbing stuff because I broke my ankle about 13 years ago, and I'm a very big klutz. So I just don't want to aggravate it. And with my foot acting up already, it was starting to bother me a little bit that day that I didn't want to risk it. So, um, which is fine. So, anyways, we did that. We were there for probably about an hour and a half, and then we went back, and then we decided to go to the aviation museum. We didn't do the tour. We decided because we wanted to go to the gift shop, and didn't really see much in the gift shop really. And then the cafe at the aviation museum is really good. I really enjoy their food. We ate like at 10:30 because I was hungry. So really 10:30, it's like almost 2:30 our time. So I was hungry. So it's fine. Um, if I wanted a snack, I could get one. But we did eat there. I had my hot dog, and I forgot what Chad had. He had a French dip or something like that. He didn't have a burger. He had something else. But I had my hot dog. I liked their fries. I remember I did like their fries, so I did eat some of their fries and everything. And then after that, we went back to the main part of Pearl Harbor where the Arizona is at. We didn't do the Arizona because we already did it. I mean, literally, it's a 15-minute, it's like a 5-minute ride, and then you're there for 10 minutes. Can't really talk much, that much, and then you come back. It's not that big a deal. And then we went back to the hotel um, afterwards, got in the hot tub, did the pool thing, and then when we were at Pearl Harbor, I was looking to do Cheesecake Factory and didn't know I need to do a reservation, but our reservation was 8 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my little trick right here. They had a reservation for 2 people, which is only me and Chad, till 8:45. I said, I'm not doing that late. I'm not gonna eat that late. So I said, I'm gonna try something. So I did 3 people and there was an 8 o'clock reservation. I said, you know what? I'm booking that one. And they didn't have a 7:30, which is fine. So we went to Cheesecake. We did go to Cheesecake Factory. We waited like 10, 15 minutes, and finally they called us. And I was kind of get a little irritated because people at standby got there before we did and got a table before we did. So I don't know. But anyways, we ate outside, which was beautiful. Our waiter was great. I had Alfredo. Chad had a burger, and we thought about getting a cheesesteak. But we were so full, but it was really good. We have never been to Cheesesteak Factory. We have one, like probably about 20 minutes from us, and we've never ate there. And I told Chad I would go back. I would go back to Cheesesteak Factory. It was that good. I really enjoyed my food. I said I probably wouldn't mind going there for my birthday next year or something else. So we did enjoy it. I don't know if it was just Hawaii, but I don't know how cheesesteak factories are here, but I would go back and eat there because the food was that good. We didn't get cheesesteak because we were both full. The cheesesteak was not that thick. We thought about sharing one, but I just was so full I could not eat another bite of my food. I left like a fourth of it. I was trying to eat it because I'm like, this is expensive food. So, but I had chicken Alfredo. It was really good. And then we went to bed, and everything. And then the next morning was our travel day. Um, but we didn't leave. We didn't have to leave. We didn't have to leave, get to the airport till about 5:30. We got there about 5 because we had to get some other stuff, like asked about the ticket agent, went to the rental car, all that stuff. So we decided to drive up the coast to North Shore. Like we're going to Cooler Ranch, but drive up the coast. We went there and back. We did that for 2 hours, and then we did go to Dole Plantation. We didn't do the tours. We just kind of wanted to just walk around and see what it's all about. And we did the gift shop, which was nice. Um, that gift shop was very reasonable prices. I bought, and you'll see on my haul, I bought a couple of necklaces that were like $4.50. And I know they're cheap, but if I want a necklace like for our cruise or when we come back, I'm not going to be afraid to wear my expensive necklace and it break off and I lose it. This one, if it breaks or loses, I'm not going to worry about it. So I got me a couple of necklaces. I bought my nieces some necklaces for Christmas. And then Chad got somebody that he knew a necklace. So we did like $4.50 for necklaces. I did give me a shot glass too. That was about it. I thought about giving me a shirt, but I did decide not to. After that, we went to eat. We went to the other food truck. So we went to it last year, and they have a new food truck, which is called Firewood Jack's Pizza. This place was really good. I mean, I like pizza, but I'm telling you, very good pizza for the price. I think that's a good idea to have pizza because the food truck's a lot. If you have little kids or people who are picky like me, um, this would be a good place to take them because of the fact that they have pizza. So it was very good pizza. I was really impressed. And I told Chad, I said, if we go back, when we go back, we are going back there because I enjoyed that pizza. And I had a margarita pizza. Chad had pepperoni, I think. And he's been having stomach issues and it didn't bother him. So if you have stomach issues, they don't use cheap ingredients. So, but it was very good pizza, for both of us. Sorry, I'm watching the time because I do have a meeting here soon. Um, so yeah, I do highly recommend that place. If you go to Oahu, the food trucks, very good. Um, After that, we did go back to Dole Plantation twice because we bought some stuff and then we thought about, I want to go back and get something else. So that's what we did. So, and then after that, it was about time for us to go to the airport. So, like I said, we didn't fill the car. We filled the car up in North Shore. So we stood, we left it with like, we only used a 3/4 of a tank, but it was only half a tank when we dropped it off back to the airport. And then we came home, that was Friday. So we came home on Saturday morning, picked up our dog. We did have a little hiccup at our parking spot place, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's kind of crazy. So we're not going to do that again. Picked up our dog from Pet Hotel, and then we came home, took a few hours nap, and then did our normal Saturday stuff. But yeah, we had a fantastic time. Next time we go, I am looking to do island hop. Stay a couple days in Oahu and maybe either stay 1 or 2 days in Maui. Um, I need to look at flights. I need to see which is best price for us. Would it be better for me just to do island hop to Maui and come back? Would it be better to island hop and stay overnight and then fly back there to DFW or vice versa? I don't know. But I told Chad I want to go Cooler Ranch. Now we're not sure if we'll do Pearl Harbor again. We might go just to look at the gift shop, but that's about it. So, but anyways, that's my review um of our trip. I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe to this video and share it. And please check out my other videos. But other than that, have a great day. Bye bye.